All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, man, I'm going to be breaking down a trade opportunity that presented itself. I didn't take the trade because I felt like it was lower probability, although it did align with my strategy. Like, had I took it, I wouldn't have broken your rules, but I felt like it was a lower probability trade, and I'm going to go into the reason why I believe that was. But I'm going to break the entire thing down for y'all just so you can kind of see how I look at the markets and all that, what I was looking for. So starting on the daily time frame, man, I was bullish for the day because we had this big displacing candle right here with obviously it creating an imbalance, and we're obviously respecting it. I wanted to see us go higher. Now I did want to kind of keep in mind that we did have this big bearish gap as well, so we're kind of in between the two. So it's a little bit of a uncharted territory area, but as of most recent price action, at least like within the last few days, we're more bullish than anything, and I wanted to at least see this high taken. I knew that there was potentially room to see these get taken as well, but I knew that I could most likely at least get this one high up here. So I was bullish, and I was only looking for longs. I felt like longs were more probable than shorts. So now that I have my bias, what I'm looking for is a point of interest where I can look for manipulation inside of manipulation in the opposite direction of my bias, right? So I'm bullish. I want to see manipulation to the downside inside of a PD array, ideally a fair value gap, and I did end up finding that exact thing on my medium time frame. Kind of, I don't know what you call it. It's not like lower or higher time frame. It's like medium for me. It's like anywhere from 5 to like 30 minute, 5 minute to an hour kind of thing. But I found that I believe on the 15 minutes. What is going on right here? Hold on, I didn't even do the bar replay, bro. Spoiler alert. Y'all know what happened, bro. All right, so look, this is where I was looking at when I logged on for the day. So obviously we have these prominent highs up here, Asia and London. I didn't want to take any longs, like I said, until I found manipulation to the downside. What I ideally wanted to see was this gap down here get taken. The reason being is that's the lowest available imbalance that I could really find. Obviously, there was more, I think, on the 5 minute, but it's like it's probably really going to come down, test this imbalance down here and then keep going higher. Maybe. I didn't really care. If price came down to just the 15-minute imbalance, I was cool with it. Now, key thing here in this situation, because London lows are so low right here. They're so close to my PD array. I wanted to see London lows get hit. I absolutely kind of decided for myself for the day I needed to see that get hit in order for me to validate going long, right? So we'll play it through, see what happens, right? So I'm coming in. Now, we did get manipulation down. We also had a sweep of these highs before getting so, or before, geez, bro, I can't speak, before manipulating down. I thought about longing here. There was a 1 minute entry that I'm going to show you guys that presented itself, and it was actually a very good entry. Like I really wanted to take the trade, and again, I would not have broken my rules had I took the trade. That being said, the reason I didn't take it is because these London lows did not get hit. All right, so even though highs were taken here, the reason I was still bullish and still wanting to take the trade long is because we had this high up here, right? We never took that. And then obviously we had this first initial target that I showed you on the daily time frame. That was what I really wanted to get hit. But because we didn't take these London lows, I felt like it was lower probability, right? We could, and on top of that, we took the highs before doing so. So this could have easily been, a sweep up here and then, just plummet down. You feel me? So it wasn't really high quality for me. And then on top of it being London lows, they were equal lows as well. So for me, it was kind of non-negotiable. I needed to see that get hit, and it didn't. So I didn't take the trade. Nonetheless, I'm still going to show you the entry. So we obviously tapped into the PD array that I wanted to get hit. We immediately react off of it and inverse this gap on the 1 minute time frame. So this right here would have been my entry. Like you could have entered right here, right off the gap. But for me, I like to kind of be a little bit more conservative with my risks. So I would have waited for this imbalance to get hit. And in fact, that's actually what I drew up when I was looking at the trade, because I was still marking things up. You know, I didn't take it, but I was still marking the trade up and pretty much had my hand on the trigger. So this is pretty much what I was targeting. I go for a 2R multiple. We still have room to the first initial target that I was talking about on the daily time frame, but I'm good with 2. I'm gonna be honest. Like I just need 2R. That's all I need. So this would have been my trade right here. You can see it did come down into this gap. We respect the gap, and then we start taking off from there. So I think there was consolidation. Yeah, there was consolidation around here. But eventually we do hit the target of 2R, and I would have been out right here. That would have been my exit. So it was a good trade. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, this was pretty much as A plus as it gets for me. It just didn't quite take those London lows. And I forgot to mention too, there was also an SMT right here, I want to say. Damn, bro. I need a new computer. Yeah. So we had that SMT right there. So that obviously added to the confirmation. Really wanted to take the trade, although I'm happy I stuck with my rules. You know, obviously it wouldn't have been a break of my rules had I took it, but I definitely don't regret skipping the trade at all. I would have skipped this trade any day if I had the opportunity again. I would have still skipped it. It's just not probable for me, but at least my bias was right. You know, everything else was good, so I still log it for data for studying purposes, and yeah, it was still a winning day. So that's all I got. I'm gonna go get back to the kitchen. I got some on the stove, so I wanted to make this video quick. Plus, I got to leave to work in literally like maybe like 30 minutes. So I will leave it there. I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully you got some out of this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I am out. Peace.